Hey, what's up guys? My name's John. Welcome to Daily Theology, Dr. Fresca edition. John MacArthur has his day in court. Yesterday's initial contempt hearing was to determine if it was constitutional to proceed, and they're going to move ahead on January 15th. And first they're going to determine did this contempt order, should it stand or should it not? Should the injunction stand or not? Is it constitutional what they're trying to do? And so Judge Beckloff set the date for the 15th for the contempt hearing, which will deal with whether fines should be levied on the Sun Valley Church, which is Grace Community Church, and Pastor John MacArthur for continuing to allow Sunday worship in the church's interior, despite the judge's issuance of a preliminary injunction on September 10th. Friday's hearing dealt with the scope of the contempt hearing. The lawyers from the church are saying that they're seeking depositions of a supervisor, county health officer, and they note during a September 24th hearing, Beckloff said he agreed with the church's attorneys that he should be able to raise constitutional issues and have a longer trial than the lawyers for the county believe is needed. So where have we seen that before? Just brush it aside. Don't worry about actual constitutional issues. Well, MacArthur's church is fighting for that. And they go on to say that this is a bad case, and they cite precedents for other institutions, which I'm not going to mention, are able to operate freely right now, while the church, because it's expressive dancing, and you can figure out the rest. And but the church can't meet according to this, though they can right now, and they're going to work through that if there will be fines and things like that levied against MacArthur and the church. So again, it shows the insanity of the COVID mania that is sweeping the world, sweeping the country, sweeping California. Come on, California, what are you doing? So in short, stay tuned. January 15th, we'll find out more about how to pray for MacArthur. And for those of you that wonder, why is this so important? Why are people paying attention to this? Because where California is, likely the rest of the nation will be in 5-10 years. That has serious precedent. You don't want to give an inch in this issue. This is a freedom of speech issue. This is a freedom of assembly issue. This is a constitutional, fundamental, foundational, advance the gospel type of right. And even more, Scalito, I'm going to do a video on this. Spoiler alert, Scalito said that the Constitution is being tested, freedom of speech is being tested, where it's to the point where if you hold to a traditional view of marriage, you're considered a bigot, and it's really becoming discrimination against not being in the group majority or whatever the cutting edge is. I don't even know that that's the majority position, but it is the position that if you oppose it, you will be labeled a bigot. So freedom of speech and freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom to gather, these are all interconnected ideas. The state is not supposed to be sovereign over the individual. The state is supposed to maintain the rights of the individual guaranteed by the Constitution, and that's not happening. So MacArthur fights on. Pray for his church, pray for other pastors and their churches as well. And remember to hammer that like button, like Dr. MacArthur taking down a can of Fresca. And if you haven't yet, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. It would greatly help us to reach more people. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.